I'm Steph Hodge here with BGG, and I'm here with Stefan Brousseau, and he is showing us raids.
Hello, Steph.
Hi.
So yeah, we're going to talk to you about Raids, the new game from Brett Gilbert and Matthew Dunstan that we are releasing officially in July, and it's a soft pre-release here at Origins. So Raids is obviously a Viking game. Each player is racing around the North Sea in your little ship, which are those little wood ship, and we are going to run through 4 voyages. The first voyage is set up on the board right here, and then we're going to go to voyage 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, nice.
On the first voyage, the first player to cross the line, so to go around the sea, will gain 6 of those nice chunky metal coins.
Those are metal coins.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have a 6, a 3, and a 1, and it's real metal. Real Viking coins. So first player will get 6, then the second will get 3, and the last player will get, the third player will get 1. Last player will get nothing. The game mechanic works in a way that, let's simulate that we have been going around a little bit like that, and orange is going to move. Before a boat moves, you clear out all the tiles that are between you and the last person.
Oh.
So it's forcing you to go either fight with someone. So if you decide to challenge, for example, this player was planning to collect those pieces of wood that you can place on your boat in one of those slots right here.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go, thank you. So if you place good on your boat, at a later point, when you go to a trade post, which are later in the game, those right here, okay, when I stop on that spot, I can trade 1 piece of good and get an extra Viking for my longboat, which are those right here. So they go, each shield can host 1 Viking. So obviously when I put goods on my boat, I just took away 2 Viking spots.
Yes.
So I want to sell those goods because I'm going to put them next to my boat when I sell them, and it's free space for my Vikings. So as I was saying, if I decide that I really want those goods because it's going to be 3 victory points at the end of the game, I can decide to stop my boat at the same harbor and challenge the green player by spending 1 Viking to try to fight him or her and kick her out. That player can, in turns, play 2 Vikings, and I can retaliate by playing 3 Viking. At any point, you can decide to bail, and so if green doesn't want to spend 3 Viking, he's going to go somewhere else, for example here. And now, since I'm the last player, when next turn, when I start my turn, I can collect that good, put it on my boat, and spend it later. So always last player goes first. And the different type of tile that we can collect are, when we pass, some of the tiles have a little, you can see like an arrow here.
Yeah.
Yes. So that means you don't stop there, you pass and then you move to the next one. So actually, in that configuration, we have 2 different tiles where you're going to pass and not stop. So on this one, as you see here, the first player who pass will collect 2 Viking and put them on their longboat.
Okay.
And the next player will collect 1, and then after that, nobody gets anything.
Yes.
And at each village, there is 1 Viking for each player. So each time you place a village, you also recruit a Viking. So that's how you recruit your Viking to go fighting. The pigs are goods, obviously, for 5, because pigs are more money than the wood. And then we have runes. So runes are a set collection. If at the end of the game you have 1, it's 1 point, 2 are 3 point, 3 is 6, etc., etc.
Yes.
And again, we are trying to stop. So like if I see that you are collecting the runes, I might go and try to stop you from collecting more goods. The weapons are going to be useful when we fight the monsters.
Oh.
So every time you pass in front of a monster, they also have an arrow like that.
Yes.
You don't stop, but you must pay. You must either pay, you must sacrifice a Viking as an offering to the monster, and continue your route, or decide to fight, and you fight, you need to spend the number on the monster in Vikings minus the number of weapons. And some weapons, some of the axe has two axes, so they will reduce the price by 2.
And you can host your Vikings still.
And you can also put your Viking on your weapons.
Very cool.
Those, I think the official name of those things are Mjolnir or something like that. Also, they give you extra victory point at the end of the game. Some of them are multiple, and I think we covered about everything.
Yes.
And so that's the mechanic of the game. Once we finish the first voyage, we refill the entire board, and we have preceded some of those victory points for the end of the voyage. So they are not always going to be the same. So for example, in this one, at the end of that voyage, the first player to cross the line, at the end of that voyage, whoever has the most goods
Unequal.
gets 6. Whoever has the second most good is 3 and 1. You also have, so you're right, it's different goods.
Yeah.
This one is same goods. This one is the number of village you've stopped. This one is the rune, this one is the number of monster, etc. So the victory condition is always different. And that's pretty much the mechanic of the game. It lasts about 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
It's 4 players.
It's 4 player, and it's really a backstabbing game, you know. You're like, I really want to collect the piggies, and then you're gonna arrive and you're gonna kick me out because you don't want me to sell my piggies, and I'm gonna be very upset at you until next round where I'm stealing your runes, and that's the mechanic. So the street date for Brick and Mortar is July 5.
Perfect.
And July 19 for online. And as I said, we have a few copies here at the show. We showed it in preview yesterday at the Yellow VIP night at Tabletop Cafe.
That sounds fun.
I was very busy, and so that's that. So yeah, come to see us. We have a booth at number 100 in the exhibit hall and at number 301 in the open area.
Perfect.
We have a giant King of Tokyo. We have giant Welcome to the Dungeon.
Yeah,
we are
so
winning
fun.
the Yellow League, etc.
So much to do at your booth, huh?
Come have fun with us.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here,
Oh,
Stefan.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yay.